Let's check out the QH2 Quest 2 head strap. Top adjustment knob, back adjustment knob, retractable headphones, adaptive foam cushion, and also just extra battery life. Come with a battery pack also that possibly lasts on average about 2 extra hours additional if you're playing that long in VR. After testing this out, this is a solid Quest 2 head strap. After trying out this Quest 2 head strap with the battery and headphones installed into it, there's a few things that are good and possibly not amazing with it. So first things first, it's very easy to put on. It's just slip in. It's possibly one of the easiest head straps that I've ever seen that we can just slide on. Usually a lot of them have to deal with a lot of snap on of a process. This one you just kind of slide on, which is both good and bad because when you're sliding on the configuration, it can tend to get loose a lot faster. So I noticed I had to adjust a lot on my head. But the great thing is that there's a top adjustment and that back adjustment that gets you really tightened in. Lots of cushion. They were very weary about not allowing things that can give you potential rashes and stuff. So just the comforting cushion of it is is just comfortable. It feels like it won't be able to be too irritating for my skin, especially if I'm wearing it for a long time. It does have that additional battery life, probably up to another hour and a half, I would say, of heavier gameplay, which is good. I tend to stay maximum about 2 hours in virtual reality, so I don't really stay that long anyway. But if you're looking for something to maybe help you last up to at least 4 hours maximum, this is a great addition. It is a little bit heavier. You don't feel it as much, but it is heavier towards that back of the head. But it does counterbalance a lot because Quest 2 is kind of somewhat a heavier staple of a VR headset for now. The standalone is trying to evolve. Now, coming with the headphones is a sweet addition, but it depends on what, right? The earbuds, sometimes they fall out of my ear. It just depends on ear shapes. Everybody has a different ear shape. For me, I don't really like earbuds preferably, especially these type of earbuds. I feel that they tend to fall out. They get very uncomfortable. They tend to itch me a little bit. So they're too sharp. There's too much treble in it and not enough bass. It is cool though. They're all very locked in. There's adjustable. There's a button to really reel in the headphones and be able to extend them out as strings. As sleek and as pretty as it looks, they don't really perform that well in my opinion. It's too sharp. The bass is what gives virtual reality a lot of immersion, especially if you don't have like a vest or gloves or anything else that could really tack on that immersion. I was playing the game bonelab. I felt like I didn't hear enough of the bass that I usually am listening to. You know, you love that bass and that sounding. It just kind of gives you that full-on experience where you're like in a theater, and Quest does an amazing job with that without even needing headphones. So these headphones, you can't have them. You can opt in or out of them. I just tried them on just to try on the full-on review for this. They were okay. They're just not my cup of tea due to just sizing and just how they can fall out, and it can get very irritating. And then on top of that, there's just not enough bass. It's a fun add-on, but I think that they didn't really look too much into it. It's kind of just having like too much accessories in one, and the best overall performing thing I would think is still the strap. You can add yourself on a charger for the battery to be able to last a lot longer. It was fun. I thought overall the comfort and the performance really does adhere to it. I think adding too much essentials, like adding on additional headphones just to up the price, is not really a good idea, but it was still a fun experience. And I think this is a strap that I would carry just for the strap alone. I probably wouldn't opt into the headphones every time. For Quest 2 utilizers, I believe there's a lot. I mean, this is like about $63 USD. I think there's a lot more at an affordable cost that doesn't really need the battery or the headphones that are just as comfortable and be able to do it. Or there's some are with battery straps that are really great, that are kind of just off-brand aftermarket elite type straps for the Quest 2, and they're a lot more affordable. I think at this price range, you're looking at a very high rate for headphones that are not as great for just the same caliber of a blueprint of what an affordable Quest 2 strap can give. It is very comfortable. Sometimes it does have issues with charging, that it is solid for the strap itself. So that's just my insights, and it was a great one. So y'all gotta let me know what's up. How do y'all think it looks? Aesthetic? Would you try one of these? Just let me know what's up, man. Do I recommend it? I would if you have the money, but I think I would shop around. Also, it's not the greatest, but it's something that you can look into for sure, especially if you want to up your level on Quest 2. It does have that all-in-one feature, but if you have your own headphones, the great thing about the headphones is that the headphones are not very lengthy, so it really is just a small slot of a headphone. So it's very aesthetic, accessible, and it's easy, and it's an all-in-one. So if you want something that's like that and you don't have the time but you have the money, I would go ahead and get this. But if you want to be able to take a little bit more time and look around, probably look for more an affordable one. There's tons, I have a few of them also myself. I appreciate y'all so much. Make sure to leave us a thumbs up and subscribe. It really means the world. Peace.